Good morning. Welcome to my thought for the day. I'm looking at a passage that has lots of things in it, which you might like to read today if you have time. In Luke 12:49 to 55, Jesus talking on various topics, but I'm going to pick up one of them that he mentions when he says, "Do you think that I've come to give peace on earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. And henceforth in one house there'll be 5 divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3, father against son, son against father, mother against daughter, daughter against mother, mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law." Now that's interesting, isn't it? Because when Jesus was born, he was proclaimed as being the Prince of Peace. And I think we have to realize that there are different kinds of peace. You know, there are some people who say that if we are Christians, it does say in the scriptures that we should do our best to live at peace with all, that we should not be the antagonistic ones in a relationship, and that Jesus came to give us peace, and he will give us peace beyond understanding. That's what he promised. But it may be that peace that Jesus came to bring on earth was peace a cessation of war between God and man, that he was going to provide a way for men and women to live at peace with God, and for that enmity between God and man, that bridge, that enormous gulf, to be bridged. And he did that. But in doing that, he knew that there would be people in families who did not all follow him. He knew there would be those who would hate their family member for becoming a Christian. And indeed that is happening in many countries. We read it all the time in our prayer diary from Release International, telling us that in a particular country, maybe Pakistan or maybe India, maybe an African country, who have turned from Islam or Buddhism or Hinduism to Jesus, and as a direct result of that have been thrown out of their family by their husband or wife, by their family, thrown onto the streets because they have embraced the gospel of Jesus. So it is happening. So it's interesting that we have this view of Jesus, that we must do whatever we can to maintain peace. Yes, but we must not go beyond the bounds of commitment to him. If we know that commitment to Jesus is going to result in enmity in our families, it's going to estrange us from our friends and those we know and love, we should not hesitate. We should count the cost. Know it's going to happen. Count the cost. But we shouldn't let fear of what will happen to us as a result of turning to Jesus keep us away from him. It is a very sad thing. You know, when he says, "Do you think that I've come to bring peace on earth?" You know, I often used to think whenever I've been in a church where they pray, where the prayer is made for the peace of the world. We do pray for peace. We pray for cessation of warfare in all the areas of the world where there is war at the moment. In the Ukraine, in Sudan, in Nigeria, and in Chad, and so many other places, in Syria, where there is warfare. Lots of places where there is warfare. We pray for peace. We pray that God will intervene. But the foretelling of Jesus about the time leading up to when he would come again does not foretell peace in this world. It foretells war. Jesus said there will be wars and rumors of wars. There will be terrible upsets as the time for his coming arises. So there's a sense in which we can't have peace until the Prince of Peace comes himself and establishes his own kingdom here on this earth. So it's something to think about. But the thought here in this little passage of the fact that turning to Jesus can bring division in a family It can do, has done, and will do. It's part of our commitment to Jesus, that Jesus, we must love Jesus more than we love anyone else in this world. Our devotion to him must be supreme. And that is not a wishy-washy kind of love. That is the love of the commitment kind of love that we have. We have chosen to follow Jesus, and we will stick to Jesus through thick and thin, even if no one else around us is doing that, and we are alone following him. We will follow him because we will love the Lord our God with all our heart, all our soul, all our mind, all our strength. We will do that because he's worthy of our love and devotion for all the wonderful things he's done for us, for Jesus dying for us. There's no question, compared to the difficulties that might arise, what Jesus did is beyond anything we could ever imagine. So it's a sombering thought today that for many people, coming to know about Jesus threatens their entire life. And we need to pray for those who are getting to know about Jesus and who realize that if they do make a decision to follow him, it will cost them their family life, their home, their security. It's a very big decision. So we need to pray for them. And if you don't regularly pray for persecuted Christians around the world, do look at the Release International website, because there's a lot of information there, and you can get hold of their prayer diary, which is lovely. Terry and I use it every day, and we pray for people. At the moment we're praying for people in Algeria who are being persecuted. I didn't even know they persecuted people in Algeria till I read this. So it's so important that we do what we can for our persecuted brothers and sisters, praying for them. God bless you. Have a great day serving the Lord. Bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.